point?
Oh yeah, I mean, didn't handle the ball in the bunt early in that inning. Then we did a nice job, fielded the bunt clean. Blake came back and got the guy to pop up. We were right there. Made the decision to walk Teixeira. He's been really hot. And we got the ground ball that we wanted, and we didn't make the play. And that's not the end of the game right there. Our ability, if we can play through that mistake a little better, and then not give up the homer and then the other base runner, and then make another error, then you can you're at least back to square, and we're still playing right now because we're eventually going to score. The other key, and I have to give their reliever credit for. I mean, we got knocked off our feet there for a little bit for a couple innings, and he came in and got a couple zeros. I think we only had about 3 quality at bats, in the next 10 or 11 guys that came to the plate, and that really shortened the game for us. Great job, battling until the end. That's a tough one, just because if we just play through the original mistake a little bit better, that game doesn't get away from us. Sure, I mean, if you don't make the mistake, there's a 0 on the board. We might throw a shutout tonight, maybe not. But if we can just play through that mistake, and the margin between winning and losing with all of these teams in the league is so small, you have to be able to get up after something goes bad. And so hopefully we'll learn from that and be better for it tomorrow.
The fight from your team, obviously it's still a loss, but kind of what do you take away from that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's been an issue. The losses that we have, it's been more of a baseball and a play issue. They've done a good job of responding. We had a tough stretch, 10 days ago or whatever it was, and they've responded well to that. So they're very resilient in that regard. I think the teachable moment is just being able to do it within the game, so we can hold that to 2, 3, or 4 instead of it turning into a 6. And and then being able to respond even when it goes bad again. And if we can maybe push one across, get the closer into the game a little bit earlier. But from that point, really good job. Bottom of the order, Braden hit another homer, and those guys extending the inning to get the top back up. Cade gets a 2-strike hit. Trey, bounces one over, and then, Dylan, pretty close to ending the game right there. A good swing. And then we're just one at bat short. And that was a theme early in the game tonight as well. We had a couple other chances to score, and credit their pitching. Those 2 guys all 3 of those guys are pretty good. That's a tough matchup. But yeah, one more at bat and would have been good, and just playing through that mistake a little better.
Can you just kind of summarize what you told those guys in that dugout meeting after the 5th inning, and you come in and you're down 6-2? What'd you tell them in the
Yeah, it was just to try to hey, there's a lot of game left. Okay, I mean, nobody likes how that went. Blake, Trey, whoever else, Cade, whoever else made a mistake. Those guys don't like that, but just tried to get them back up to respond as quickly as we could. And we've had a couple games where we've had an inning go bad like that, and we've been able to do that. We didn't do it right there. I think part of that was Skipper did a nice job for a few innings, and then eventually we got it going a little bit. It's just a little late, and one at bat short.
Seems like this team struggles a little bit with left-handed pitchers still. Mullins, not so much. Skipper. How do you address that, if at all?
Well, I think you keep working. I think that's a little bit misleading. I think the ones that we have faced have been very good, and that's what you're going to get in this league. So there's more coming. I think it's getting the left-handers that we're going to leave in the lineup. I mean, it's hard to not play Braden right now. And he eventually hit a homer. Had a couple chances with guys on base earlier, and just continue to get those guys comfortable. Seeing the ball earlier, it's coming from behind them. It's obviously a different look, but we'll keep cracking on that.
One visit to the mound, Blake kind of lifted his wrist. It's still. He
didn't say anything to me about that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first I've heard of it.
Okay,
Yeah.